to a slight majority of women. I'm Rory O'Neill.
The time is 9:43. This is the Sergio Show, News Talk 710 KURV. Every Thursday around this time, we have a chance to catch up to speed with our family over at Edinburgh Schools. And joining us today, because we're going to talk about security issues and trying to keep kids safe and healthy, Chief Ricardo Perez, ECISD Police Chief, in the spotlight of our school district. And the campaign I understand that we're undertaking at Edinburgh, Chief, pretty big push, trying to keep kids away from fentanyl, I understand. So what are we doing at the school district to make sure that happens? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sergio.
Good to see you.
Yes, we have initiated a One Pill Can Kill Fentanyl initiative that was passed by our governor, Abbott.
Same.
House Bill 3908, which is called Tucker's Law, approved for the efforts to educate our students about the dangers of fentanyl and how little it takes to be fatal, right? So our goal is to present to every student at Edinburgh CISD so they can understand the dangers of taking drugs, especially now that this has become such a danger for our children and also our staff and our police officers. There have been numerous deaths as a result of fentanyl poisoning in Hidalgo County and Cameron County. So, one of the most closest deaths that occurred in the city of Alamo, where a parent found her son unconscious, and as a result of the parent trying to revive her son, she absorbed some of that poison.
My goodness! Wow. Oh.
She passed away as a result. So for me, the city of Alamo is very close to our city and of course surrounding cities. So my concern is not only for our school district, but really the whole state of Texas and especially South Texas where we live. Edinburgh and our towns our border towns and drug corridors. Human smuggling, drug corridors, and it's a high drug intensity area. So there are concerns that are now becoming very, very aware for our agency to protect our students, and that they're aware that the initiative by the governor under House Bill 3908 is one pill or one tablet, if it's laced with fentanyl, can be fatal if ingested.
Chief Ricardo Perez, Edinburgh CISD Police Chief. And by the way, a reminder, Edinburgh CISD is like the biggest police force. They even got a SWAT team over at Edinburgh CISD. This has been going on for the longest time, trying to keep our kids and all the staff safe every single day. And right now, because of this poison, fentanyl, that seems to be everywhere. What was it, like 110,000 plus people died last year from touching or ingesting, accidentally coming into contact with fentanyl last year nationwide. Around here, they're trying to keep these kids safe. How often, Chief, you and crew, because I'm thinking of the little ones, elementary school age. And you know how it is with the DARE program, the Just Say No, and all through the years and years, that trying to show kids this pill looks like this and this other pill looks like that. And like I would imagine fentanyl manifests itself as something that is put into some other pill, like some other stuff that will be ingested. Right? It's laced, it's put into other type of drugs, right? How often do you do these Q&As with the little ones, with the elementary school kids, the little ones that really don't understand how dangerous something like this is? I know junior high and high school kids, they're a little bit more aware. We just need to tell them and remind them how deadly. But the little ones really don't understand that their life is at stake. How often do we do these calls with the little ones in classroom?
So one of our most recent presentations was during the Red Ribbon Week. And Red Ribbon Week is where we target October, especially the elementaries, and we discuss the dangers of drugs. Say no to drugs, and we give them little stickers so they can memorize and sponge the information that drugs are dangerous for you and understand that they're harmful, right? So we start at an early age, especially with the Red Ribbon Week, where we start to educate our students on drug awareness and the dangers and consequences of illegal drugs in our schools.
Has the presence of fentanyl, or the potential presence of it on campus at any given time, has it required you and crew to get specialized training, specialized equipment, personal protection equipment as a response team, likely first on the scene because you're police officers there every single day on campus?
Sure. So what what I'm going to tell you are some very quick facts and logistics. Is that fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. The concern for us, especially in law enforcement, is that now we have to carry a Narcan spray mist, and this is what it looks like.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've seen them over
Narcan,
at Lee's
right?
Pharmacy. Yeah.
So our officers, along with our nursing staff and now our administrative staff, have been provided Narcan mist, because if we were, as an officer, come across somebody who, or a person that may be under the influence of this narcotic, we may be subjected to getting poisoned too.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we have enough Narcan, not only for the victim, but also for the officers or the nursing staff that's responding, because we only have a short amount of time to get them the emergency medical care that they need to be detoxified, right? So that's how important we are trained on carrying the Narcan mist, right? All our officers carry this. In fact, we're getting additional shipments to provide to our nursing staff and administrative staff and our police staff and security staff.
Yeah. Chief Ricardo Perez, Edinburgh CISD. He's our police chief for our police force. Every single day we got cops on campus protecting our kids. Right now the push is getting that message out. One pill can kill. It's a message related to fentanyl. It's highly addictive, very, very dangerous, but potentially poisonous. It could kill you, just a little bit of it. I found one statistic interesting, Chief. 99% of fentanyl overdoses are accidents. So you don't have to be like a drug dealer or consume drugs. You wind up getting hurt by this crap.
Right. What it is that what we're seeing is that these tablets they have this additional fentanyl product, right? That's mixed, because there is fentanyl that is prescribed under doctor's care, and then there's the illegally constructed fentanyl that's laced in certain type of tablets that can be accidentally ingested. These people that take these products don't know what's in it, right? So there's a concern. So we're telling our students, one pill can kill. If it's not prescribed to you, don't take it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it is, don't take it, because you could touch it and get poisoned.
Whether it's recreational, extracurricular pharma, or maybe even Mexican pharma, I would imagine being close to the border and people having all the access of everything over there, whether it's from a farmacia or not, right? That probably exacerbates the problem for you in monitoring for this.
That's true.
Yeah.
We do know that, like I said, that it doesn't take very much, as little as 2 grains of sand, that the tip of a pencil, the tip of a lead pencil, that's just enough to pretty much end your life. That's a medical, scientific proven fact.
Goes through your skin, right, Chief? It's like you touch it.
It can be absorbed. It can be absorbed because
Just like that.
your fingertips have oils, right, where it absorbs, or even the vapors of that can pretty much incapacitate you. We have our training video that we've shown our police officers, where officers roll up to a scene and they open up the trunk, and that fentanyl odor comes up, and they go down to the ground. So luckily they have this Narcan that can bring them back enough to get them the medical care that they need.
I need to flesh this one out a bit more. Chief Ricardo Perez, Edinburgh CISD, or police chief for our Edinburgh schools. When you say that, are you referring like somebody smoking something and the smoke, or just like the little tiny granules that become airborne, right? Like a little mist or something like that from this stuff?
I'm going to show you a real quick picture. This is part of our presentation. That's what it looks like.
Mira nomás.
That's a deadly dose. That much can kill you. That's the concern. That's about the much that's laced with some of these tablets that illegal tablets that are being sold.
Yeah.
If you touch it, 1 pill can kill. That's why the governor has this initiative and these concerns. And House Bill 3908 Tucker's Law, it approves for efforts to educate our students about the dangers of fentanyl and how little it takes to be fatal. Now we have we're approaching 34,000 students, 5,000 staff, 40,000 people. My job is to make sure that we ensure safety and welfare for everyone here in our district, and also our community, right? That it is here already. I know that there was an apprehension in El Paso where they took down a huge load of fentanyl crossing through the border, considering what was passing over here. So we don't want anybody to get poisoned by this dangerous narcotic. It's very important that our students know this. If you see something, don't touch it. Let us know. If something does happen, the best we can do is give you the Narcan mist and get you the emergency room as fast as we can.
Yep.
And education is the key to make sure that we don't have this accidents that occur.
It's important to note that what you showed me there at the tip of a pencil, there were some white granules on top of at the very, very tip of the pencil, just a little bit on top of that small white powder. That's enough to kill an adult, right? An adult. Imagine how much more potentially lethal it would be for a little one, half the size, like a junior high kid or elementary school kid. What else are we doing to get the message out day to day to the parents, so the parents have that conversation with the kids as well, and at the classroom, so the teachers have that conversation. Push. Let's get this in the minds of the kids.
So let me tell you what we're doing. We're doing a couple of things. One, we've already done several presentations to the high school. As per the Executive Safety Committee, we're going to do, and the superintendent's directive, we're going to educate all 33,000 students, 30,000 plus. We want to make sure that all our kids know about the dangers of fentanyl. We're also working with our drama department on our kids getting together and doing an infomercial that'll go out to our school district students. So we're working on that as well to educate our kids, and basically through the governor's initiative to make sure that our kids are educated under House Bill 3908.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're taking a strong position to make sure that our kids and our public is aware of the dangers of this dangerous drug called fentanyl, and it's already claimed several lives. And we don't want it to happen here with our district.
Repetition, frequency. You can't say it enough, Chief. Just keep going all year long. Social media, get the message out through the teachers, to the parents, all that. See if we can hopefully save some lives, prevent some kids getting hurt. Hey, before I let you go, Chief, status report and hardening up the campuses. Now that I got you, shields for your police officers that can block against bulletproof shields, all that stuff. Hardening the entrances to school. Quick report. What can you tell me? The update.
I can tell you some very positive news, especially for our taxpayers. There's been 1.6 billion approved in school safety, and of course, we're going to get this money to help to strengthen our safety measures in our schools. We have the Raptor system. We have the required fencing. We have police officers on every campus. We did get 50 ballistic shields, 365,000 that we got through our grant. We do have a SWAT team that we've had in place for over 10 years, and we've worked to perfect these officers' skills in making sure that we act very swiftly to prevent any active shooting to occur on our campuses. And as a result, I am an Alert One instructor, trained the trainer for our police officers. So I'm also the SWAT commander for our SWAT team. We do have a 22-member SWAT team that's been in place for 10 years. We are already trained to act quickly if there was ever a concern and an active shooter or a potential intruder. We also have our canine officers to respond to any calls for service. Whether it be bomb threats or narcotics or assisting our SWAT team to respond as well.
Yeah, I forgot I was going to ask you that earlier. The pooches, the doggies that go out there and smell for drugs. Have you increased those, walking through the halls, smelling the lockers, sniffing the lockers, as a result of the threat of fentanyl? Do we see that more often on campus?
Yes, we do. And a lot of it has to do, since, narcotics has changed since from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s. What was simple green leafy substance. Now it's a THC liquid oils, So we're in a drug war, and we've been in a war for centuries, right? And our job here is to try and prevent that from infiltrating our schools. Now, we do have our canine officers that are constantly checking our campuses. They also check the parking lots of these vehicles that we have on our parking lots. And then we've been pretty successful. Our apprehensions are very low. But when we do apprehend, they're quickly charged and eliminated from our schools.
10-4.
Our schools are very safe.
Okay.
And also, we have all these measures in place.
That's good to hear on the crackdown. And yes, eliminate is the key word. Make sure they don't come back. Properly prosecute. Yeah, that's a major crime. Thank you, Chief. Chief Ricardo Perez, Edinburgh CISD, who, by the way, reminds me a lot. You look a lot like my producer in the afternoon, Joe Salinas. So if anybody wants to know what Joe Salinas, KURV producer in the afternoon, looks like, take a look at Chief Perez right now. Except Chief Perez did something with his life, something good with his life. Actually, he's protecting kids. Joe's just in radio. Bless you, Chief. You be safe. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. Happy Thursday.